Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our RimWorld Warhammer 40k Let's Play. So, in the wake of the Tyranid attack in the last couple episodes, we have some stuff happening, the biggest of which is that Jet, one of the, what's the best word, guests? One of the guests we had in the previous episode from one of the sort of allied, well, it's not going to tell me where she's from anymore, but from the visitors that we had, who was injured by one of the Tyranids and rescued by us, has actually opted to join us. So she decided to join our colony because we not only saved her life, but we nursed her back to health and treated her pretty well. And so she decided to come aboard. She is actually a very good character. She is psychically sensitive, which is kind of a bad thing, but could sometimes be a good thing. Honestly, I'd rather just not have it at all. But anyways, she's also a careful shooter, and she's sanguine, so she has a permanent mood bonus, which is nice. She's also an incredible shooter, and a really, really good crafter, and she can build, she can grow, pretty much the whole package, although she doesn't do well with other people, medicine, or animals. But that's fine, we'll have her shooting and building, that's all she needs to do. And the other, where did she go? The other person we rescued, Ludmila, is out here. She decided to just leave. She's not going to join us. And Julian is still up in the air. I don't know whether or not he is going to. At this point, he's really just recovering from the blood loss. Everything else is healed already. And he's not a great... Oh, he's also a pyromaniac. I'd probably rather not have him. If he decides to join us, I might lock him up at the first opportunity and just make him a prisoner that mines forever, because I don't have a whole lot of uses for him as a colonist. Anyway, I got some doors built in here. I'm just going to set them to permanently open because I don't really want them there. But now that we've got better beds in here, and very soon we'll have better floors in here, it's worth finally turning this into its own room because we'll actually see some benefit from that. Oh, Tau is now Lazarus. In the comments we had a little discussion, and because he looks like Samuel L. Jackson's character in Black Snake Moan, we decided to name him after him. So there's that. I still need to rename Jet, but obviously that happened between episodes, so I haven't really had a chance to do so yet. What else? Let's see. Not much, to be honest. We're just kind of cleaning up the corpses, and that is about it for now. I'm considering building another geothermal generator out here, although we are doing really well on energy production, so I don't know if that's necessary. Yeah, so it's dark out right now. We're still gaining energy, so that's a good sign. It means we're not at all reliant on these. Actually, these are outputting somewhat because the sun is starting to rise. And let's see, we could go all the way down to here. There's also one over there. My only concern about this one is that it will give the enemies some minor form of cover as they approach. It'll also potentially take fire from us, you know, as they kind of go by it, but something that we kind of need to do. And then I've gone ahead and I've queued up mining of more of this area so that we can start clearing it out and getting it ready to add to the main base. And I think I've done something, yeah, I've queued up a little bit over here, some construction and whatnot. Just some minor stuff all around. Oh, and one last thing, I cheated in a bit of armor here. Ignore what it looks like right now. This is going to be the new commissar's armor. So I've dropped it in Mirage's room. We'll have her model it in just a second so you guys can see it. I haven't replaced the UI parts for it yet. So when she wears it, it will show up properly, but while it's on the ground and in the menus, it's going to show up weird. But I think you guys will like it, and this will be the standard armor for all of our commissars to wear under their coats. So what I'll probably do is delete this later, or maybe I'll just delete the resources required or something. But I just wanted you guys to be able to see it, and there really isn't a better way to do it than this. At least until I fix the UI stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll click play, and I'm just going to wake her up now. So Mirage, I didn't mean to do that. Could you wake up and ditch your coat? Then I need you to wear this. Okay. It's not showing up properly. Great. Why isn't it showing up properly? So it's just looking like... Oh, come on. Alright, so obviously something went wrong. But it shouldn't look like regular carapace armor. I wonder if some of the tags got messed up or something. That must have been what happened. So go ahead and ditch that. Wear this and wear that. And go about your business. And I'll delete that later. Especially since it's not going to show up properly. Oh, you can undraft. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is happening here? You should not be eating that. No, you're not. Okay. I'm going to have to make her haul this then, because I need to get these forbidden before people start using them as breakfast. We'll never do hauling. No. You're going to go over here and you're going to eat one of these. But yeah, the reason that they were unforbidden is because we were trying to get them over here so that we could move the textiles and stuff into this area and start building in that area. Obviously, they needed to be unforbidden to move them. But now, they need to be forbidden again, because we don't want people eating them. Don't you... No, 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 no. She's got a whole stack. Okay, I need you to move back over here. Drop those. Forbid them. And let's see, did I get all the pemmican? Yes, and I believe that's all the meals. You can go back to whatever you were doing. But I think, yeah, we're good now. So the textiles will get moved over. We'll start getting our medical fabricator built. Hopefully sooner rather than later, and we can start producing augmetics, especially the Space Marine ones. Because I want to get Daniel going on that. Daniel's going to be our first Space Marine candidate, I believe. And then whenever Gorilla... Where is Gorilla? Oh, he's finally up and about. Good. Did he recover from his... Yeah, he's no longer suffering from withdrawals. So that's good. But he's going to be another candidate. And then we had discussed Tigress. There was a whole lot of butthurt in the comments by me mentioning even just the mere thought of a female Space Marine. So what I think I'm going to do is I might look at modding in some Sisters of Battle stuff and go that route, because otherwise I think people are just going to complain constantly. So while it would be a lot easier just to make her a Space Marine since that's already a thing, it looks like she's going to get her own special stuff, and I guess that'll open up potential for other female characters. I don't know if we have anybody else that's really a candidate for that. Like Jet is a really good shooter, but not very good in melee combat, and I'm thinking... Because, like, Tigress is a much more balanced character. She's equally good in either, although she does prefer to shoot. So I was thinking of giving her, like, a power sword and a flamethrower or something. And just running her straight into the enemy. Because she is a psychopath, and she's iron-willed. So, in terms of temperament, she's very, very similar to a Space Marine or Sister of Battle. In that she does not give up. And then I was thinking of maybe making Lax, whenever he joins, into some sort of Mechanicus character. He actually is part of Mechanicus. He has the trait, which gives him all sorts of bonuses. And he does have melee proficiency, so we could give him like a... I mean, in theory, he could be a Tech Marine. He's just not that good in combat. And so I don't think making him into a Tech Marine is the best way to use him. I think I'd rather make him into... I don't know. I picture him in like a red cloak with a servo arm and some... what are they called? Like the mechadendrites or whatever the hell. Oh good, we're getting more components cranked out. But yeah, he does have a lot of those... like utility skills, crafting, mining. He could be good at art with some practice, same with construction, and then again, melee focused. So, I think I'm picturing like a power axe or something, although I wish we could do something more Mechanicus, but I guess that's fine. And I can give him a Mechanicus ranged weapon as an offhand weapon, since we actually did have a few of those. Unfortunately, I think the only one left is the one kicking around on the ground over here somewhere. Wherever that ended up. Ooh, a combat supplier. I would like to talk to them. Yaris. That's going to be your job. And we'll see if they have any turrets for us. That's really the only thing I care about at this point is turrets. I have nearly 5,000 silver, so money is not an object right now. I could buy components. That's not a great price. Let's see. Components. I have almost 200. Components are not an issue in this playthrough, like they are in some of our others. So, yeah. We also have Adamantium Thunderhammer. What's the DPS on that? 26.5. That's pretty good. Steel one is about 19. And that's not even 1,000. That's so weird. The DPS on this has got to be far, far better than anything else here. And it's still cheaper than like a Ceramite spear. Yeah, the DPS on this is not even 8. What about this? The Ikwa. Even worse. Now, these will hit faster. The melee bulk is considerably less. For whatever reason, all of the 40k weapons are 225%. Even the smaller weapons like, let's see. Well, the power axe isn't really a small weapon. But, yeah, see, it's still 200%. And the Eviscerator is 320. Chainswords, I think, are like 200 or something. So all the 40k weapons are kind of unwieldy in that regard, but still, I would like to make use of them. Alright, let's see. They do have another carapace helmet. I think I do want that, because right now Zorena is walking around with carapace armor but no helmet to match it, so that would be helpful. It saves me from having to craft it. That's not going to net me a whole lot. I will sell these Tau weapons. And it looks like I'm going to have to buy some stuff. Otherwise they won't have enough silver to give me. Let's see. Not going to give that away. I don't mind ditching some of these weapons. That's fine. I'll keep that axe. Don't like the colors on that. So let's grab the Adamantium Thunderhammer. The Ceramite one is not as good, but still pretty good. I don't think I'm going to take it, although it is tempting. I still need to buy more stuff from them. I'll take the components at this point because why not? We'll take the medicine too. And that gets us down into something that they can actually afford to pay out, so that's better. I don't really want an Eviscerator, because the Eviscerator is even more unwieldy than a Thunderhammer with lower DPS. So it doesn't really make sense. Although the Adamantium one, yeah, it's not very good. Only gonna buy Adamantium weapons at this point. I don't see any reason to buy anything else. They do have a normal auto gun. Yeah, I'll take that. Because at least that's something lore friendly that we can equip. Those are our crack grenades. They have a Trader Las pistol. We're not going to touch that. Smoke pop belt, armor vest. I don't want any of that junk. And they've got some Chaos Marine armor. No thank you. Alright, I think that'll do. So we are going to get a pretty good hunk of silver for this, as well as a couple of weapons and some other goodies. I'm good with that. Then we unload some Tau junk that we didn't want. Perfect. So in comes our stuff. There's our Thunderhammer. Let's try to make sure that that makes it under a roof as soon as possible. Let's see, Zorena. You're cleaning sand. Come equip this helmet. Where are you? Oh, you're all the way out there. Yeah, go equip that. Then if you could, haul the hammer, haul the auto gun, get it under a roof. And then get that medicine inside, please. That'll be your job today. You're going to build a grave. I thought the grave was getting built out here. Yeah, it is. Why are you going in such a roundabout path to do that? The grave is for our dead friend here. Not from our colony, but one of our allies who was killed by the Tyranids, so we're going to give her a proper burial. She's going to spoil soon, though, so we need to do that quickly. At least he's on it right now. She had dementia, so I'm guessing she probably wasn't too long for this world anyway. Still a shame, though. Let's see. Zima's making us some more medicine. That's great. So, Jet's not fully healed yet. This infection will definitely clear, though. In fact, we don't need to give her any more medicine. And I really hope that wasn't treated recently with Glitter World medicine. No, we still have the 2. Okay. So that's good. You are getting herbal. We don't need to give you any medicine right now. But Jet does have asthma. So what I'm thinking is that we can put some of our considerable plasteel. Actually, I don't know if it would even require plasteel, but when we are ready, I think we're going to try to produce, and actually we don't even have the right table for this, but we'll make her some synthetic lungs and replace them one at a time. And I think that will be a better solution than just constantly dealing with her asthma, because that never goes away. You just have to keep treating it over and over again. I think it's like once a day or something. It's very annoying, so we'll try to work around that. Zarena, why did you do whatever you're doing? Also, what's happening here? Hold on. Delete that zone. And expand this one out. There we go. Okay, she's gonna put it in here. Whatever, I don't care at this point as long as it gets under a roof. We can sort it out later. I just don't want it deteriorating at all because we did pay money for it, and it is a very good weapon. Graith is making us some kibble out of... I don't know what kind of flesh that was. Let's not ask questions. But yeah, something got chopped up. That's a dead camel. I don't remember if it was one of ours. It may have... I can't talk. Okay, so that might have been the one that the... It just says it perished. That might have been, yeah, the one that the Tyranids attacked that was going like Manhunt or whatever. What happened to my brain right there? Okay, well, this needs to get done, preferably like now. Oh, good, Remy's on it. I like that, Remy. He heard me say that and he immediately jumped to it. So once that gets finished, we can start queuing up some projects on it. I'd also like to do a tissue printer in here. Yeah, we need one of these so that we can start making the synthetic organs and whatnot. Do I want to put it there? I think that's a better spot for it. And we'll put a shelf to hold various things in here that they might need for whatever these projects are. Bad temperature. Because it's a bit warm in here. Well, it can't be helped. I think the temperature will go down once we connect to here because we're going to be adding... Like, that area is not even half of our current base. Are you just going to leave? Alright, if you want to leave, that's fine. Oh! So the medieval slave named Mulian that you rescued is very grateful for his rescue. A lot of rescue in this sense. Would like to stay at your colony. His traits are pyromaniac and brawler. I'm going to reject his request. Jet was too good to say no to, but Julian is not. So I'm going to say no. We'll just take the goodwill with his faction and let that be that. We actually might have taken a hit with the goodwill just because we did have some of their people die while visiting us. But I'm going to say, yeah, sorry. You can go home. I mean, you're welcome to stay until you're a little bit healthier, but I don't have any need of you. Let's look at his skills again. I mean, like, he could be a decent melee fighter. I just worry that the pyromaniac thing is going to be too much of a hassle to really deal with. What? Elk meat? Why is elk meat rotting? Where is elk meat rotting? This is below freezing, so this should be fine. I don't think there's any elk meat in here, though, so where did elk meat get delivered to? I am so confused now. Let's see. You're a melee combatant. I believe you were as well. You have a melee weapon, though. You have a lasgun. I think everybody has proper weaponry for the most part. At least up here, anyways. You still need a helmet. Cashin doesn't have a weapon. I need to get her one. Although she basically just serves as a doctor. Oh, damn it. I forgot to cancel this. Those need to get deconstructed. And Cashin, at least you can still leave that way. But yeah, regarding that was not, and I don't remember if I addressed this. Some people were confused what I was doing. It wasn't to keep my colonists in. It was to redirect the Tyranids' attention, because if you recall, they spawned over here and came at us from this direction. The enemy AI prioritizes doors and entry points above everything else. Varys on a smoke leak binge. They prioritize doors and entry points to your base over attacking walls directly, unless they're sappers, which obviously Tyranids don't have sappers. So what I was trying to do was build a wall there so that they wouldn't register that as an entry point and they would go around to the front. Now they ended up doing that anyways, so it was kind of irrelevant. But I forgot to cancel it, and so it's still getting built. What got thrown in here? Who the hell is that? Haro, go open that. I need to know who that is that we just buried, because that was meant for somebody else. But if somebody else died that's worth burying, then, you know, by all means. But I get the feeling they just grabbed somebody out of the corpse pile. Yeah, that's what they did. So, Haro, what I need you to do is I need you to not consume. Okay, if we unforbid. Where did you go? There you are. I need you to prioritize... Cannot bury. No empty grave configured. Why is there no empty grave configured? Is this not empty enough? Assign colonist. That's weird. Okay, so... Human-like corpses allow colonists, don't allow... Well, technically they are strangers, aren't they? No Chaos Space Marines for any reason. No Orc War Bosses. Humans can. Faction leaders, possibly. But, let's see. Forbid that corpse for now. And then you are going to go grab... Okay, perfect. You're going to do it on your own accord. That's what I want to see. Let's see, that shiv can get moved somewhere. We'll maybe melt that down. Uh-oh. Oh no, you better stay away from my camels. Crap, nobody's out there. Clinton, you are going to have to go kill Ludmila, I think. She has become a danger to my camels, and we can't have that. She's starving. I mean, like, she could have just stuck around. We would have fed her, but whatever. Was she any good? Yeah, I mean, I would have probably taken her if she had offered to join. Is this my camel too? That's just a random camel. I don't know if I care. Set up here. And if you could be non-lethal, that would be great. But obviously we don't have our net gun here. Oh, no, we killed her. Has been given the Emperor's justice. I wonder what prompted that. I like that, though. So, I think we'll just leave her there to rot, to be honest. Alright, Clinton, as you were. Bragg, what are you currently doing? Oh, you're mining? Maybe building? I honestly can't. It looked like you're mining. Okay, you're going to bury that corpse. Good. Good, good, good. Jet, how are you doing? Perfect. Yeah, that works out nicely. Okay. Did that already get finished? Holy hell. Alright, so we have a tissue printer now. Let's get another stool. Right there for whoever's going to be using this. And what we want are not surrogates, but synthetics. So we need 2 synthetic lungs. We need to make the surrogates first, so I guess, yeah, we have to do that anyways. And we need hyperweave. That's probably going to be the hardest part here. Energized components, we have plenty of components, just a matter of adding uranium to them. Okay, so hyperweave. That's going to be a problem. I don't think we have any. Synthread. Muffalo leather. I'm pretty sure hyperweave has like a distinct thing. And I'm pretty sure that we don't have any. So I guess we could do surrogate lungs. They're not going to be as good though. So if we did a surrogate lung, 30 cloth, 15 plasteel, and 3 components. That's not too bad. Although we may not even have the cloth. So surrogate lung, let's see. Moving -10. Ooh, that might be bad. Let's get them made at the very least, because we're going to need them for the synthetics. So we'll just produce them and then have them set aside for later. And then at the medical fabricator, let's take a look here. So we can refine Kalma, we can make med kits, we can start producing augmetics. These are the tier 1 stuff. This is for the average guardsman. Well, maybe not the average guardsman. The average guardsman probably is just left in a corpse pile when they get injured. But if they were to get, like a regular human would get an augmentation, it would be something like this. These aren't the Space Marine ones. The Space Marine ones come later. Let's see. Yeah, technically the tier 2 stuff isn't Space Marine augmetics either. This is more advanced stuff though, something that you might see on like an Inquisitor, or maybe like a rogue trader. But the tier 3 stuff is the Space Marine stuff. That's where you get into like the black carapace and things like that. Secondary hearts. So, we'll get there soon. Was there anything that was like immediately necessary? The augmetic kidney, stomach, no augmetic lungs. Adamantium spine. I wonder if that is significantly better than the alternative. Right now I'm going to just turn it off, because I don't think anybody's going to be using it for a little while. We'll save a bit of power, not that that's a problem, but waste not, want not, and all that. Let's see, Murgo's keeping an eye on these people. Gorilla, you are an okay miner. You're a little bit better for building. What do we currently have you set to? I have you set to 2 in mining, and that's it. He actually likes cooking. He's not very good at it. So yeah, he's just mining. Fair enough. But he, again, is one of our other Space Marine candidates. And he is being recruited. He shouldn't be that difficult. 73% is not bad by any stretch. We've obviously dealt with far worse. A lot of our initial recruits, like Citra, were tribals. And so they always have incredibly high recruitment difficulties. But in his case, oh good, Jet's finally healed up. We need to get her a new hairstyle too. I'm not a fan of that. Did somebody put hay grass in here? Somebody did put hay grass in here. Oh no, Graith is making... Yeah, she's making kibble from the Eldar flesh. That's fine. I thought she was actually storing in here. That's not okay. God, it's getting out of hand. I've also decided that the Tyranids are going to get used. We'll make Tyranid stew out of them, even though I feel like that's pretty unlore friendly. But, you know, it's an actual thing in this mod, so I would feel kind of remiss to not take advantage of it. Let's get you forbidden. I don't know that I need to forbid that. Jet. Do I want to give you a sniper rifle? I need to give her a gun. Let's see. An infinite chem reactor. We just had one of these come up in our RimWorld War playthrough. It's going to be a lot more useful in that playthrough. In this one, we have a lot of other options in regard to power sources. So while this isn't as critical, it is still an interesting thought, because that would completely remove any need of ours to use this refinery for vehicle fuel. We would basically just be getting it for free so long as we had it hooked up. And we would probably have such an excess that we could set up a chemical generator just for a little bit of extra power. So I think we will do this so long as it's not insanely far away. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. We're right here. So we're looking at 1.5 days. Now, could we make this into a round trip or something? I wouldn't mind another M2. So if we sent our away team there first and then to here, we're looking at 1.9 days. If we went, whoops, the opposite order, I definitely click that. There we go. If we went in the opposite order, we're looking at 1.7. And round trip 2.8. So 3-day round trip. Obviously, it'll probably be longer than that, but that's still not too bad at all. Now, what was the round trip if we did it the other way? If we did this, it should be longer, but it's possible that it won't be. 2.8, so it's essentially the same. Alright. We're looking at a fight in both places. Granted, if we're careful, generally the fights aren't very bad. Although that last one against the Tyranids, not the raid, but the actual base we had to deal with, where we had a Moloch manning a mortar of all things. That one was pretty bad because we got hit with the Tyrannocyte spit, like the puke missiles or whatever that I like to call them. And that was a real pain, because those are so difficult to recover from. But as long as we're not dealing with that again, I think we'll be fine. We have a little bit of time to set up. We don't really need it. And we did just get hit with a raid, so I think we're fairly safe to send out a party, because I really, really doubt that we'll be dealing with another raid so soon after the previous one. Yeah, so let's let everybody go to bed. It is a bit late. It's like 10 o'clock at night. And in the morning, I think we'll get ready to send them out, because I would be very happy to have that. I'm also considering adding more beds in here. I just don't know where I'm going to fit them in, because I do want to get this stuff up off the floor eventually. So I could add a few more beds along here, and then maybe some refrigeration somewhere and some shelves. Refrigeration for the herbal medicine, although the idea is to turn that into proper medicine, so it should be fine just sitting around, because in the time it takes to spoil, which is like multiple years, it should, get converted. Bionic leg and scyther blade. Who's the leg for? Who do we make a leg for? Hang on a second. Obviously not Zima, but we'll just start from the beginning. She has a burn scar. We should probably treat that eventually. I'm not going to do it right now, but maybe when she gets back. We do have the ability to surgically fix these things, and eventually we should. Yeah, it costs 2 medicine, but we can do it. People missing toes. I'm not seeing any missing legs, though. Oh, Jackal. Okay, Jackal needed a leg. Yeah. Anybody else? A lot of missing fingers, now that I'm looking at this. And some gunshots and scars. Nothing that can't be fixed. Oh, Daniel is getting old. We'll have to give him a new spine. That's not a problem, though. I do want to see how things compare, because Liara has a bionic spine, so that gives her plus 20 manipulation and plus 20 moving. But we do have the ability to make the augmetic spine now, and I'm very curious to see how that stacks up. It's adamantium too. We have to actually do it this way, so we have to click on that, go to details, and then do this. Plus 10 moving. 60 hit points for the body part. Is that really it? So is it worse than the bionic one? It kind of seems like it is. I think we're going to stick to the bionics. Especially since I don't have to produce a bunch of random stuff to make it. Yeah, the bionic spine is a little bit easier to do just because some of these are kind of obscure. I'd have to grow Kalma and then refine it. And then make a med kit out of it. And then also have it refined. And then the nano components, which are even harder than the regular Imperial components to make. So yeah, I don't think I would ever use that. So yeah, we'll make you a bionic spine. Obviously he'll have other Space Marine augments eventually as well. And so Jackal. I didn't realize that you were missing a leg. I mean, I'm sure I did. I obviously knew because I made him one, bionic one. So let's not accidentally install it in place of his good leg. It's the right leg that he's missing. So we'll install bionic leg on the right leg. And we'll need to allow for medicine to make that happen. It did get cleaned up, kind of. There's still a bit of vomit lying around. Virya, you're wandering, and you've got wandering queued. How about you clean? Can I really not? Oh, you're still on a mental break, right? Who's around? You're making Imperial components. Like, everybody just bailed. Haro, when you're done eating, before you go to bed, could you come through here and clean this up for me? Just because that will affect our surgery success chances, especially now that this room is a lot smaller. That filth affects things considerably more. Although all this filth out here won't affect it anymore, so that's good. And I think with that, we're going to go ahead and end the episode. So in the next episode, people will, I think I'll start in the morning. People will be waking up and we'll get ready for that mission. We'll go get the infinite chem reactor and set it up maybe in here. I might have to move that. And I don't know if we'll need this anymore. I might get rid of that. Maybe put it there instead. And, I mean, it would be nice to have a refinery. Just in case. Because obviously we can't rely solely on that. I mean, we probably could, but it's always good to have a plan B. So maybe something like that. Also, we'll need a chemical generator. So chem fuel power generator, that's the one we would want. And we actually squeeze it in there. So maybe we'll do something like that. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we could always put it, not this, but the infinite chem reactor, depending on how big it is. We could always put it on this side or something. So long as, you know, it's in the same room, it should be fine. But our chem fuel needs are no longer an issue once we have that. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some RimWorld with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.